Oh yeah,
Shocked.
me too. What's going on, everybody? Y'all can't see us yet. We're gonna chat a little bit until 2 more minutes, but we're gonna share, get some folks in here, and get this thing going. We'll be coming in just a second. Stand by. Whomever's watching, stand by, and we're gonna get this party started in just a second. Stand by. Stand by. 1 more minute. Go ahead, everyone share. Share. Yes, we got another. Oh, you know what? It's the team, man. The
It's
team
the
is here.
team.
The team is here.
Okay.
All right, let's go ahead and
I'm dry.
we're already live. We're already live. So I'm gonna go ahead and let them see us. My team is here.
We're here.
We're becoming the three
And I'm,
amigos. I appreciate y'all.
and
Thought
I'm
you wasn't gonna
driving.
join us
Headed back.
tonight.
Well,
I should have worn my hat.
I was, yeah. I'm driving, so it's like it's about to be an interesting debate right here,
Yeah,
boy.
yeah, I was waiting on you. I was like, come on, he got to come on.
Right? You can't disappoint us.
So what's
Oh no,
going on?
I can't do that.
So what's going on, everybody? So we're about to jump into this vice presidential debate between Senator Kamala Harris and I hate to call him vice president, but Vice President Mike Pence. And I'll let Shahana, that lady in the on the panel today, go ahead and start. And I just want your overall uh, view of how you think this thing went.
My overall view, honestly, I feel like Kamala could have gave more, but she held back because us as black women, we're perceived as if we voice or a little boisterous, we're considered the angry black woman. But Mike Pence, in his mind, knew that. So he decided to play on that and try to take advantage and overtalk her, which kind of failed. But I feel as though she should have gave a little bit more and came a little bit harder towards him.
Yeah.
However, I understand why she didn't come as hard as she could have towards him.
Yeah. All right, Mr. King Noble, what are your thoughts on this whole thing? Then I'll jump in on the vice presidential
Um,
debate, the
I
one and
think
only.
I think I think that again, I agree with Hannah. I agree with my counterpart there. I think that she tried she was doing what the party asked her to do, which was follow the rules. So she wasn't like coming for him because I mean you can look at her face and see like she wanted to come for old buddy like
Absolutely.
yeah I want to get you, but I think she did a good job remaining professional and she still got him and she still made her point and she still hit him with the facts and she did it in a professional way. And yes, Hannah, I agree. Like African American women, if they get boisterous, they're looked at like, oh my God, why? The angry black woman type thing, right? But
Yeah.
I think she still displayed the angry black woman, but she displayed it for angry black woman for America, not angry black woman for just being, angry black woman. So
Right.
I think she did. I think she cut him in ways that he really didn't know what to do. It's like a boxer. It's like you trying to throw your haymaker, but you can counter it with jabs. Like, oh shoot, like God, I didn't think she was gonna hit me with that.
Right.
And I mean, I just think she did a great job, and I watched it and I really paid attention. She didn't answer some questions. Neither did the vice president. They tap danced around some issues,
Mm-hmm.
just like a lot of politicians will,
It's a
because they don't
game.
want to hit that. They don't want to play that. They don't want to, touch nerves of their particular political party.
Mm-hmm.
So ultimately, though, I think it was a good debate. I think it was. I mean, even though he interrupted her 10 times, let's just be
Every
honest.
single time.
Yeah, it was like 10 times, and she only interrupted him. I think like twice. So again, she did a great job, and she proved a point. I mean, I think she's gonna do. When they win, I think she's gonna do a great job as vice president. I I mean, when he brought up her record as a district attorney of San Francisco, I mean, she did what her job was supposed to be. If you messed
Right.
up, you getting put in jail.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, our people do commit a lot of crimes that we get caught for. But again, at the end of the day, you gonna go to jail. You do the crime, you do the time, homie. Period.
Absolutely.
So
So go ahead. I'll let you finish.
no, I was done.
So I feel, let me get my gold mic.
Got the mic.
Uh-oh. He got the
mic
midnight.
out.
Speaking as a moderate independent that is not on either side, I think she did a phenomenal job. I think it was the absolute perfect synergy between that quote unquote angry black woman, but the professional black woman that's in the Senate, that's been the attorney general for a whole state, that's been the DA, that knows her stuff, that knows the intelligence, that knows defense, that knows the finance part. She's a part of all those committees, so she knows her stuff. And I was so excited to hear her be able to talk about stuff and know what the heck she was talking about. And she kept getting into campaign mode a little bit, and I was like, all right, calm down, just hit him with real regular talk. And every time she hit him with regular talk, it cut, and he didn't answer anything. There was a few things.
He couldn't.
There was a few things that she didn't answer, but she couldn't answer those because you got to be real protective of the person that's at the top of the ticket. She had to protect Joe, because there's some stuff that Joe has not been clear on, that it's hard for Pence or Kamala to come out and try to defend some of the stuff Trump and Biden have not said or have said. They can't come out. They can't say it. So you have to. The whole goal of these are you just do no harm. That's the job of the VP. Do no harm.
Right.
Just don't do no harm to where we are so far. And I think she did an amazing job at that. Yeah, right. Candace said she played the game. She played it well. Jordan says she did some neck rolls, she did some side eyes, she did some
a lot of them fingers.
And I was like, man,
gather him up real quick.
I was feeling it. She was getting together. Like, come on now. Come on. But he would not answer. For instance, I got some notes here. All right, so I felt like this was the black woman, the professional black woman that gets you together real quick versus Joel Osteen. What's the televangelist vibe he was trying to give on this all, just this, that, and the other, and the Trump administration? I'm like, dude, talk. Why are you trying to do?
Why are you mumbling?
What are you doing?
Exactly.
And he's such a BSer.
Or also, when he mentioned Trump Jewish friends or whatever, that's like saying I had white friends.
Right.
I had black friends.
I wish you would have said, and that makes it even worse. That makes it even worse. The fact that you have Jewish grandkids makes it even worse.
What was the point of that?
I don't know what the purpose of that was. Like, that's like Cat Williams, his stand-up. He was like, you gotta have your Hispanic friends. Like, what? Hold up.
Like what?
No. Like what? We over that. We all know that you gotta have friends in every circle. We all know that. But on this stage, that's not important, man.
It's not, and you can be racist to black folks and be okay with Jewish folks. What they got to do anything? They ain't got nothing to do with black folks. Exactly. Jewish folks and black folks ain't the same. I don't give a crap that every culture goes through their own thing. Ours is not the same as the Jewish folks. The Jewish folks not the same as ours.
They got paid.
They got paid. They have their own struggle.
We didn't.
Ours is a special, different type of struggle that's our own. And just because you like Jewish folks, don't got nothing. And you have to. You're in New York and
that's what I'm saying. You can't help but come on.
Like New Jersey has Hasidic Jews everywhere. I'm like, good gracious. But one thing that I noticed that he would not answer was the question on Breonna Taylor. And was justice served? He said, I trust the justice system. Whoa!
He lost a whole lot of.
Whoa!
I mean,
He danced around
did some
that
harm.
thing.
He did a lot of harm right there because there's a whole lot
I
of
was
white folks
like,
that's
wow.
watching.
And you know, I think I honestly think that like Vice President Pence, like he's
He messed
smart.
up in
I
that.
like. I mean, he did, but I like him as a debater, and I like his precaution. He's a very assertive person if you really pay attention to
He is.
how he moves.
He know how
And
to word
I like that.
things.
He's trying to learn, and he's not trying to be ignorant to a subject, and I think that sets him apart, and I can respect him for that. But when and again, he's my boss in a sense, so I don't speak ill will of him at all, and nothing like on a political stage, but like looking at when he said, "I trust the justice system." Like,
He lost a whole lot of folk right there. There's folks
like,
on
He
the fence.
lost me. I almost turned the channel.
There's independents. There's good-hearted folk that are on the right, that are Republicans, that are conservatives, that are independents, that are compassionate about this situation. And for him
right.
to identify as a Christian and be so gung-ho with that, for you to not have compassion about that situation, you lose a whole lot of folk. You lose. It's not about party anymore at that point.
I saw no overall compassion about what happened with Breonna Taylor at all, and like I was just like, man, like at that
was
point,
his moment.
yeah, that was the
Even
moment
if they
that
faked it, that was your moment.
yeah, because
That's
I mean,
right
I
up there
honestly
next
look at it,
to Trump not denouncing the white supremacists. That was neck and neck at this
yeah,
point.
And he down.
and
Pence did a whole lot of line for Trump tonight. Whole lot of line. A whole lot. And he refused to answer about healthcare, about the
oh yeah, that.
Can I tell y'all one thing about that?
Yeah.
So y'all know I work in healthcare, and we literally had a meet. That made me angry because we literally had a 3-hour meeting earlier stating if Trump runs this year, basically our company might not even have jobs anymore because they're really trying to get rid of that Affordable Care Act tooth and nail. And a lot of my company benefits from for a lot of our clients benefits from the Affordable Care Act. So when he was talking about that, and my whole mind was like, we literally had this meeting earlier, and you're sitting here lying. Basically, you're just blatantly lying. And I saw the facts, I saw the PowerPoints, I saw everything. So I know other people who actually are in healthcare saw the same thing, as if we know you're lying.
Lying through his ugly,
through your blonde hair.
And then being a healthcare administrator, that's what my degrees are in, and a public health statistician. Like,
yes, Candace,
you cannot BS a BSer, and we all know healthcare is now more so for is now monetized. Now it's not about like the overall care of people. Healthcare then turned into a business, a monopoly in a sense. Bro,
I don't know.
What you mean?
I'll let you have it. I'll let you.
What you mean you can't sit on healthcare? No, like I feel like people who have pre-existing injuries should be cared for at all costs. Because some people just can't afford it. And with the Affordable Care Act, it forces these healthcare industries, these insurance companies to pay these taxes because they were evading these taxes that they had to pay for their companies. And a lot of people were getting away with like, oh, well, I'm just not going to have healthcare. So, taxpayers, people were just having to pay taxes for people that just don't want to get healthcare. But you need healthcare. And for him not to even talk about what's the plan for healthcare going forward, bruh, again, you lost major points. There's
no replacement. There's no replacement. All it is
none.
Just want to kick Obama in the balls, basically, by repealing everything that he did, Whereas there's good stuff in that bill. And I don't agree with it. I don't agree with the mandate from employers and all that. There's a lot of stuff I don't agree with it. But overall, it got people insured that otherwise would not be insured. And that the pre-existing conditions thing was a great thing for people that have. My mom has pre-existing conditions. That's most people got people in their family.
A lot of people do.
Yeah. So he would not and could not answer that because there is no plan. Trump has no plan because any plan that you come up with has to be identical to this plan because this plan was almost all encompassing. So you can't come up with nothing else other than taking stuff away from people. What are you gonna come up with? And I want to talk what Tam said real quick about the Breonna Taylor thing. She felt like Kamala had a chance to really go deeper on that and policing and racism in America. And I agree. She had an opportunity to go deeper. She didn't go there.
She did.
She didn't go there enough.
I mean, again,
as a black woman, she could have went harder.
Yeah.
But I think if she went harder, it would have got more personal. You know, I believe her emotions because if you look at it,
what's the difference?
Right, but see, and I think the strategy was not to get so emotional, not to become the image of what was displayed in the presidential debate. You know, so I think, and I looked at her and I'm like, I feel the emotion. Like I felt her emotion when that topic came up, but it's like I feel like she was constrained when it came to that topic. You know how you have constraints of like what you can and you can't say.
Candace has something I disagree with it. Of course, we have debated about this all the time. But I disagree with it. I think her record's fine.
I agree, Candace.
She's known for being harsh to black people that commit crimes and actually end up in front of her. So, but okay.
Candace hitting it tonight. And
then again, that was. But I look at it like that was her job.
It was her job. And she wouldn't be what she was now. She didn't do her job well, like she did, in my opinion.
She did it too well. But
yes, although she did it to a point where it a lot of African American people look at her like, well, she don't care about our people. But if you let people get in trouble and you have somebody in a position to help you out, we always.
Are we losing you?
I'm losing you.
But at the same time, you're in a position to be fair and firm. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. Okay, a little better. We'll chop it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Like you're in a position to be fair and firm, and you have to do what you have to do, and just looking at our record, man, I mean, again, California rough. Unfortunately, a lot of African Americans commit a lot of crimes in California.
I want to add to this? Everybody is allowed to play the game to get to these levels in life and career, but black folks, we hold each other to such a standard to where we can't play the game. We got to do everything by the book. We got to give even leeway to our own people, which in turn makes it to where we become insignificant in our career.
Like the bad guy.
Like the bad guy. She would have gave all this extra, if she wasn't a tough prosecutor or attorney, whatever she was, she wouldn't be where she is right now. That's how she stood out, because she was such a tough person. I don't feel like she was tougher necessarily on black folks. It was people that worked for her that were like gunning for black folks in particular things. But because she was over them, she's having to hold the bag for it. But she did something right to get where she is today, and otherwise, I don't think she'd be there. I feel like don't get in trouble. Don't go before the district attorney. You ain't got to worry about it. That's how I feel. But I feel what you're saying.
Like in front of the DA,
I beg to differ.
And there's a lot of people that agree with you, Shahana. Most black people agree with you, which is why she couldn't go too deep into that, because she'll lose a lot of people, because a lot of people feel some kind of way about it, which I think is okay.
Can we talk about how when they asked him one question at the end, would you transition the White House over? He said
neither one of them
everything but yes.
because they don't plan on doing it. They plan on staying in court. He had one
Oh
little
yeah,
buzzword.
that's why
Court.
I feel like when we do vote, we need it to be a landslide because if it's this close, Trump and Pence is going to go to. That's why they went. That's why they want her in there so bad because they need somebody who's going to go with everything they say.
It's going to be chaos. Listen,
they're going to try to fight that if it's this close. They're going to try to take
that
to the Supreme Court
and
the whole fight reason. It. That's why he need that. That's why he need that seat filled by her right now because she know that whatever she said, whatever he say, she's on it like glue.
And not just that though, they want her in there because of health care to try to get rid of Obamacare, also to overturn Roe v. Wade, and also for the election. Something happens with the election, the Supreme Court is going to make the decision. I think they did that with Bush. Well, I think didn't it happen with Bush where they decided the election, where it was contested or something like that. I don't know. I wish Ricky was on here, he could tell me.
No,
but
so
that's why
when Bush was elected, it was the same situation. There was a vacant seat on the Supreme Court, but however, they didn't vote that person in until after the election. Again, she brought up
even with Obama. Remember, they told him he couldn't. They told Obama he could not fill that seat because it was an election year. But when Trump wanted to do it, they're gung ho on it. But y'all just told President Obama he couldn't do it during an election year. So why is it different now?
Right.
I feel like
it's been that way for 150 years since President Abraham Lincoln said, "Wait, we can't do that."
See, I feel different about that. It's all about power. See, they could tell Obama anything that they wanted to while they were in power when he was trying to have someone nominated, and it's all about who's in power at the time. It makes the decision, they rule the world at that point. So it didn't matter if Obama wanted to or not. They didn't even have to say what they said. They didn't have to really give no excuse as to why they wasn't going to confirm anybody. They were in power at the time, just like they are now, to where it's just who's in power. So the Democrats need to do more work on solidifying power in Congress, where you ain't got to worry about this. Ain't nothing to talk about. We ain't got to negotiate. We ain't got to do nothing. This is who we nominate. We don't care that it's a week to the election. Guess what? We about to nominate and confirm Judge David from divorce court, and ain't nothing nobody can say about it. But Democrats don't have no power in the Senate, so they got to play by the rules of who's in charge of the Senate, who confirms Supreme Court justices. It's about power. We got to do more.
This election to me is a joke. I'm gonna be honest.
Huh?
This election is a joke to me.
It's gonna be chaos.
I'm going to vote. I will be there with my chair, sitting outside, waiting to vote. However, I just feel like the election these debates are a joke on both sides.
Yeah, and both sides are lying. For instance, but she said about the fracking thing. Biden did say in the debate against Bernie Sanders that he's no new fracking. He's not going to allow no new fracking. I don't know about old fracking, but he said no new fracking, and he said it over and over. So he did say that he was going to ban any new fracking. So that was a lie on her part. That was a lie on her part. So I understand. Trump, let me see. Trump did disband the pandemic response team, and this dude.
As soon as he got in the office, though, he disbanded.
So they just need to wait.
And what bothered me was when he tried to say that because he's the head of the the COVID-19 task force.
Right.
I was in Korea when COVID broke out. The country didn't shut down until it was about time for me to come back in March. So how are you going to say that in January you had already had a plan to shut down the country, and you were already doing everything
through his teeth
when travel to the United States was still open?
It's a lie.
Open. People were still traveling from Asian Pacific countries, from Europe, and they were coming through. They were coming through the back end through Seattle, San Francisco, all those places. They were flying in.
Lying, and he don't care. And Trump really don't care. Trump can care less about lying.
He could care less when he came in with COVID and took his mask off to address people. He care less.
Right. Another topic. Kamala she didn't really want to answer the abortion thing because that's a hard drawn line. Abortion. So people are either with it or they're against it, and you know that you're gonna rub people the wrong way no matter how you answer it. So Republicans, conservatives know that they gotta stick with their values and say they pro-life, and liberals have to stick with their values and say a woman has a right to choose, and that just kind of is what it is. So you know you're gonna rub somebody the wrong way, no matter
I'm
how.
pro-choice always.
So that's why they try to avoid that at all costs. They try to avoid it. So, but it came up and she had to answer it, and she did stick with her. She stuck with what she always says, which is good. I'm glad she didn't try to lie about it. Tam says it was cool with I was cool with the deflection, but when he basically said racism doesn't exist and there's no policing problem, you lost it. Right? He calls
the ball again.
And his tone just drove me nuts.
He's by the book. He's like by the book always. He don't have no facial expression. No, nothing. He don't have anything. He just
even when that fly was on his head that he didn't know was on.
Right, the fly was right here chilling.
DJ said he knew he had a fly on his toupee.
You know there's gonna be news about that in the morning.
Oh, already. I've seen them already. I'm like, God, dog.
You know what's sad though? Even though Pence was, in his own way, he sounded more presidential than our actual president.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he would have been a more presidential president.
I don't even like neither one of them, but he would have been a better choice.
Yeah. His policies are very super ultra conservative, but he would have been a more level-headed president. The problem is he's allowed Trump to get, because he works for Trump and he's under Trump. He's allowed Trump to manipulate him into kind of going against his values, in my opinion, because he's always been a straight-laced, like Candace said. He's always been a straight-laced dude. Yeah. Go about it. I think he would have been a better president.
But you can tell he doesn't agree with some of Trump's values. Absolutely. But because he's vice president, he's going to ride with him.
Yep. He was up there like, it was so much he didn't want to have to answer. He was like,
he did not want to answer.
He's like, I got to take up for this food. I got to make up stuff about this for this food. I got to defend this food. And same thing with Kamala. She had to defend this stuff for Biden too. I'm like, I bet they like, Lord, so enough defending my own stuff. I got to defend your stuff too.
You too? But you notice when he didn't say anything when Kamala brought up Trump's second guess science, he had nothing to say. He didn't interject. He was silent.
Had nothing to say about it because
you can't refute that.
Nope. Because a lot of the stuff he has to defend with Trump doesn't even have answers for it. So he can't concoct the answer all of a sudden because he don't know what Trump's true answer would be about it because Trump don't answer nothing.
He refuses to. He just tries to deflect and say anything off topic, even though I do feel he has dementia, but that's my own thoughts.
Yeah, I think so. And a lot of people don't think he has corona. I think he does. I
don't think he has COVID.
I kind of think he do because all the people around him that supposedly have it. And I'm just hoping that he's acting like he don't trying to play Superman. But I need him to feel it. Did you
not see the video? He thinks he's Superman.
I think he needs to feel it. He has to feel it. I'll be disappointed. I'm sorry.
But you know what's sad about this COVID thing? He tried to compare it to the flu, but his treatment for COVID, if he does have it, his treatment is not like the people out here's treatment. Right. He has doctors, he has drugs they're trying to supply him. He has everything under the sun to try to get him to feel better. So you're comparing even if you do have it, you're comparing you getting over it with your treatment and your doctors versus with the average person. It's unacceptable in my book. It's not the same treatment. What you're getting at the hospital when he's getting at the hospital is two different things. Because why are you riding around a day later in your vehicle with COVID?
You know what bothered me though when he was Vice President Pence was asked about the Rose Garden issue. He's like, how do you however she asked that question about like how do you feel about the situation where people were pretty much exposed to the coronavirus, and there was really no answer to that. Like, you were sitting in the crowd with 8, 9, 10 different people who became exposed, and now their lives are like on the cusp, and we don't know if they're gonna make it to Lord forbid they pass away, they expire, but we pray that they stay here on this earth.
Who are you talking
But
about?
there was really no answer for that, and it bothered me. Vice President Pence, he was asked that question, but he didn't have no answer for it. It was like he was like, yeah, I was there, but okay. I'm like looking at him like, dude, people were infected with coronavirus. What's your answer? Like, how do
He
you
No
has
answer.
none.
And he couldn't answer it.
And,
So I,
and it's because of what Tam said.
and
He's Trump. He's turned into Trump's flunky.
Yes,
That's it. He's turned into.
100% his flunky.
Oh yeah, let's talk about what Shantae says. The moderators. But before we talk about the moderators, Sam asked about. She said, "I don't like that he doesn't have a backbone. He's Trump's flunky. Biden had a backbone as VP, which is true, and he was probably the most seen, most respected, and heard VP in my lifetime. Who was Bush's like VP? Well, I know who Bush's was because I I like this stuff. But I tend to believe that Bush's VP was basically pulling strings behind the scenes. I think he was kind of the mastermind. Yeah, I think he got a lot of power behind the scenes, foreign policy and a lot of stuff. He did a lot of corrupt stuff, in my opinion, behind the scenes. So, but he wasn't out front at all and didn't want to be. I feel you. I agree. Moderator. This moderator sucked. Can we get
trash?
Can we get a moderator with a backbone, a sister?
Get a black woman in here.
Can we get Oprah or Gail to do it, maybe?
No, we need a black woman, not Oprah or Gail.
Don't do that. Are you?
We need to get Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh my gosh! I can't believe you said that about Oprah.
We need Angela Bassett.
We need to get Samuel L.
We need Sam Jackson.
Oh man, man.
Yeah, we need Samuel.
It wouldn't be no debate. He would shut everything down.
But no, hold on. You know who we need?
I feel as though as a moderator, she could have. Let me tell you something.
We need.
She could have took. This is your house, and you let him come in and talk over it. This is your job to moderate, and she did not do that.
This is what she did all night. This is what she did.
Yeah, I would have gathered them. I would have gathered Pence up so quick. It's not your turn. They need to turn off mics. First of all, mute the mic.
Oh, honestly, I would have turned off the mic.
The
mics would have got turned
and
off.
And Kamala came into with her little objections. But 2 minutes, you see how when we first started this talking, y'all allowed me to speak. No one said nothing. Dwayne spoke. No one said nothing. Well, sorry, Keenan, my bad. Lamar, you spoke. No one said anything. And we didn't even have 2 minutes apiece, but we already knew they had that respect for one another. So the fact that y'all grown and Pence is way old, the fact that y'all can't give 2 minutes and give the respect to your opponent to allow them to speak and express themselves equally after your side agreed upon it, and for the moderator to sit there, I said something. No, hush. It's not your turn. Your mic is muted. If you cannot abide by the rules that your party agreed upon, then you can exit.
Absolutely. Right.
And it should have been like that, point blank, and the period.
We need moderators.
I mean, that's something that should have just been established.
Yeah.
And Pence agreed
we need
with
moderators
it.
that grew up with brothers.
Agreed upon the 2 minutes.
Who was it? Roland Martin could be a good
in both parts.
I agree. You know what? Cuomo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cuomo
would be good too. Yeah, he'd be
Cuomo
good.
Or Don Lemon.
Yeah, Don is another one. There's a lot of different people they can pick.
Don would have been like, hold on.
How this lady get the gig? I ain't never seen her before. Someone knows somebody. This lady that did, I don't even know who she was. I don't know how she got the gig. She won't ever do it again because she got drugged.
You know what though? I feel like they only got her because there was a woman vice president up there. But they got the wrong woman because she don't have. She can't be a mom.
Nah, Tam said Al Sharpton. You know what? Al Sharpton. Al would have been good
up there.
And I think Telman Hall too. Oh Lord, Tam said Creflo Dollar. Van Lathan kind of nice.
Nah, you should have got
You should have got
I think
Cat. You should have got
Cuomo-
Cat Williams.
Chris Cuomo could have been up there.
It gotta be somebody that know that know politics though. You know, these rappers
Maxine Waters.
and be
Yeah.
Maxine too biased. She go out too biased.
Well,
Yeah, but she, you know what though about
There
Maxine?
we go.
She went off.
Not
on
Judge
she went
Judy.
off on
Judge
Obama. She don't take sides.
Judge Judy was, they would better have the
Judge
Judge
Judy.
or Greg Mathis. Yeah, that would be good.
Judge Mathis
Judge
would have been
Mathis.
cussing.
Yeah, well,
Ram. Yeah, so many more people that should have been. So hopefully they can get some better moderators. But overall,
Do we
this
know Chris better not come back up next week?
who's that?
Chris Wallace.
Oh, he should have did this one. He probably handled this one better.
My children could have did this one the way she was being a moderator because she did nothing.
Right. Now, Judge Mathis would have did that with Trump. He would definitely told Trump he was a crackhead. A crackhead.
Yeah, and Pence.
oh no.
Because his eyes were
What you a
just
crackhead?
glassy.
Trump would
Either
have got.
he took some shots or had glaucoma. Either one, them eyes were glassy all
Boy,
night.
he's sick.
Did y'all see? Did y'all watch Kamala every time Vice President Pence got ready to talk? What she do?
That little laugh.
Yeah, she did that thing. I can't even call it.
That
Black woman do
mofo
that thing. Like,
The black woman stance.
mhm.
So what she said? She was like, hold on, Mr. Vice President, it's my turn. You had your turn. And what she
Yes.
said? I will not let him. I'm speaking. You will not lecture me.
Lecture
I was
me.
like, oh shit!
Almost like
Why are you, Mike?
Not
like,
lecture.
what have you done? You've been a governor. What have you done? How you gonna lecture me? Like, he ain't did nothing in national government and PVP.
And
4 or 5.
a governor in one of the most racist states I've ever been in, Indiana.
Right. Oh, that's what. Yeah, right.
Mhm.
I'm speaking.
I'm speaking.
I'm speaking.
I'm speaking.
Yeah, we saw that fly. He didn't realize.
I'd have grabbed the fence, sir.
She should chunk
That's
some
why
at
I
that
can't be in
flag.
politics because I would have shut it on. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So do y'all feel like
Yeah,
this
and
moved the needle at all for either side?
What'd you say?
Do y'all feel like this moved the needle at all for either side?
No, hell no. Excuse me, heck no.
I think everybody, most people, I think there's a few undecideds, but I think there's a few people that are thinking Trump out of just because they Republican. But I think they teeter-tottering with common decency and voting their party.
Trump
I really
is a
think
Republican though, so I don't know why.
I think overall that it might have tipped the scales a little bit, but not nothing to be dramatic. Not nothing to say, yep, Democrats all the way. Yep,
Yeah.
Joe and you know, I think it just proves a point that the Democrats probably picked a very competent person to help Vice President Biden really do what he say he's going to do. Because I really think Senator Harris is going to keep him in check and is going to make sure that he does what he said he's going to do if he's elected for the next 4 years.
And she'll be the second time president.
I think that's what
You believe that?
we saw tonight. Yeah. I
think that's why she picked.
I think I think that if Joe wins, he comes out of office, she'll run and she'll win as she'll become the first female president. I really do. Reason being,
Joe
because
gonna die?
I don't think he's gonna run.
No,
He hinted that he wasn't gonna be running for a second term. He said that he's not going necessarily looking to do a second term because he's gonna be what, 77, 78?
He's 78
He'll
now.
be 82.
He's 78 now.
Yeah, if he
Trump has
wins,
74. You're right. Yeah.
Trump has
he'll be
dementia.
82 when he.
Yeah,
he'll be
and that's
82.
too old.
Yeah, he'll be 82 when he comes out of office.
He should have ran before. He should have
I
ran
think-
against Trump the first time.
I mean, he has run several times and has never been a competitor in the debates and in his running. He ran, I think, the same year Al Sharpton ran. and he never been. He ran against
You know,
Obama.
Al Sharpton did a better job in debates.
Black.
I don't think Al Sharpton as
black folks.
president.
I mean,
that school
I
of black
don't
folk.
want no parts of that.
That school of radical black folk from that age can't run for office because they too radical, they too bombastic, and you got to be somewhat middle line to get more votes. You can't just get the black. What's the word? Of black folks that just super pro black. You can't be that. You can't just get those votes to win. You need white folk. You need white folk to win.
Can I say one thing, you guys?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's true, but I saw 2 pictures tonight that Kanye actually made it to the ballots. Now I'm not sure if they're true pictures or not, but if they are, I hope
anybody vote for him.
No one votes anyone, but if you're gonna vote Biden. If you're not, okay, but do not be voting.
It depends on the
Bernie
states.
And
Kanye it depends on the state. If it's a state with 6 electoral votes, who gives a crap if he lose that state?
But
or
y'all giving away votes at that point. Oh, let me just vote for Kanye. No, it's not happening. Don't even waste your time.
So hopefully this is one of the states with not very many. It ain't gonna be Texas. It ain't gonna be Ohio. It ain't gonna be Illinois. It ain't gonna be Florida, California, New York.
But it still will be people that waste their vote on him and his foolishness.
That's true.
That's votes that need to be counted for real.
And excuse my yawning, y'all, but I just don't understand what is he thinking?
Kentucky. You're on the ballot in Kentucky.
In Kentucky, yep. It's in Kentucky.
How many electoral? Let me see how many electoral votes they got in Kentucky.
Thank you, Shantae.
Well, Biden ain't gonna win Kentucky anyway. That's red. Ain't Kentucky red? Aren't they deep red?
But nobody wants to vote for Kanye in there and wasting votes.
Yeah, I mean,
he need to take his medicine and sit down
Kentucky
somewhere.
has like 2 or 4, one of the 2.
We don't have time for this foolishness.
That man.
We have 27 days left, and he coming with the foolishness still.
They got 6 electoral votes, but it's red anyway, right?
He is a red state.
Yeah, that's a whole red state. Yeah, Kentucky red. And Kentucky going forever.
Yeah, that's where Lindsey Graham is getting his butt kicked, getting his butt handed to him by the black guy.
You know what?
It's something.
No, it's South Carolina.
Oh yeah, you're right. Kentucky's McConnell. Yeah, Mitch McConnell's Kentucky. My bad. He not losing. He wiping the floor with her.
Yeah, Lindsey Graham getting destroyed in
South Carolina.
Like, he is getting
Ohio. He on the ballot
now.
They
dropping nuclear bombs on him.
Now, he can do some damage in Ohio. He can do some damage in Ohio. Ohio's a major play when it comes to election. That's no bueno. But that's one of the first ones that closes out, right? In Ohio, pretty important. Why is he on the ballot in Ohio?
Then the governor of Ohio is backing Biden.
Yeah, Kasich.
He's been, that was a shocker.
18 electoral votes in Ohio.
Don't vote for him. Don't be foolish like him.
I think Florida has the state that will decide the president though is Florida.
It's always
because they
Florida.
have the most electoral votes.
But
they
guess
have
what?
the most
That's
electoral college votes. I think it's
this year.
Oh no, California, ain't California, New York?
It's usually Florida.
I thought it was California.
It's usually Florida.
It's usually Florida, but felons can vote in Florida this year.
Yeah.
Thanks to Bloomberg.
California got 55.
Yeah, like I think. So I might have been mistaken. I don't know. It was one of them. I know it was one of those big old giant states. Okay, so I was mistaken. So it was California.
Yeah, California. But
see, California's
blue no matter what. Yeah, it's not a swing.
Yeah, California is a Democratic state. Yeah, California's a whole blue state. It ain't. They. And Arnold Schwarzenegger was the governor for California for the longest time, and he went on record like I don't support, So I just and then when he talked about the whole Iran thing, like, bruh, again, when it comes to military decisions, there are meetings and everything that goes on before a button is pushed to strike any sort of high value target, anything like that. You just can't go in there and like, yeah, we're gonna take this guy out right now. You just can't do that because there are a lot of political effects that happen when we go after targets. So what was said about Asani, that was a mission that was in the making, you know, and I don't really know the details of it in detail, but that took a long time to push the button on. We just can't the same way when we raided with Osama bin Laden. That took a long time to push the button on. And you just can't make a decision without looking at the repercussions.
Right.
And the whole thing with China and Russia, like again, Russia putting bounties on my brothers and sisters in arms' heads. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. So, if you can't answer that question, yeah. So I'll leave that one alone.
Final thoughts. We got a couple minutes left. Who want to go ahead and give their final thoughts? We'll go around the room. We'll be done with this thing.
Ladies got to go first. Ladies go first.
My final thought to everyone is, please, everyone needs to vote. I hear a lot of people saying, I'm not going to vote at all. That is not a good decision whatsoever. I hear people saying my vote doesn't count. If your vote did not count, they would not have tried to keep it from us. If your vote didn't count, people wouldn't have been out here dying for it. Do not let their death be in vain because you decided in your mind to think your vote does not count. It counts and it is needed. So on that day, get up, get out. If you have beach chairs, lawn chairs, Five Below has chairs. Get a chair, get ready to sit, get ready to be out there and vote. If you were out there protesting, then there's no excuse not to go to them polls. If you were out there in lines on Black Friday, there is no excuse to go to them polls. I don't care if you never voted in your life. Today and now is the time to get up, get out, and vote. That's my final thought.
Good stuff.
So my final thought, again, I agree wholeheartedly 100% with my battle buddy up there with Hannah. You gotta vote. Like she said, if you can stand in line for Black Friday, a new pair of Jordans, whatever it takes for you to get up out that bed that Saturday morning or whatever day you got to go do whatever you need to do, this is that time to put that type of energy into voting. Get you a lawn chair, get you some extension cords, some surge protectors so you can plug your iPhone, your Android, or whatever you got up and sit out there and vote, because it is imperative. It is too critical for the nation, and we need this to be done for this nation to heal, or it's gonna be 20 times worse than what it was before. So go vote, people. Please go vote so we can have some peace.
I want to talk directly to the American people.
All right, Biden.
Hello. Let me put y'all. Hello. I want to talk directly to the American people. First off, American people, I want you to see my thing in the back. Thank you, Vice President. Thank you, Vice President. Thank you, Vice President. Please, will you just shut the F up? Is what they should have told him during this debate. Shantae said something, I want to echo it. Please go vote, because we need a reset. No matter what your politics are, I think everybody can agree that the way our world is today is it's not good. Trump is a horrible person. I don't care what his policies are. I don't care if they put more money in my pocket. I don't care about any of that. We need somebody with a good heart that cares about people, particularly in times like this when we have a pandemic, to be in office. So we need a reset. Don't be an idiot. Don't be stupid. Don't let ignorance keep you from going to the polls, thinking that your vote doesn't count, like Shahana said. Just go vote. And if anybody that went out and did any kind of marching and walked through the streets to be seen or just to be heard, you should be voting. If you don't know how to vote, if you're nervous about it, you never did it, you got warned, and you think you're gonna get arrested for going to vote, Ask questions. Figure out how you need to go vote and be protected at the same time. Because there's a lot of things that prevent people from going, worrying about stuff like that, their wants and their license and all this kind of stuff. So their record. So ask questions, but we all got to vote. And that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in to what's the name it is? TOG Tonight, I guess. Thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate y'all. This has been the post-debate review in reaction to the vice presidential debate, the one and only presidential debate. There might be another presidential debate coming up as so long as Trump does not, as long as he tests negative, because Biden refuses to get on stage with him if he's positive. And I definitely understand that. He's too old to be catching COVID. Because we don't know what happened if he take out the game before the election. Anyway, thank y'all for tuning in. And don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment, and we'll see y'all on Monday. Peace out. Me and this.